All right, Bad Girl Mystic here. I'm sharing with you my cannabis craft and my action alchemy for first quarter moon cycle. How I dedicate time to new focus. And that's what action is, right? Taking time for a new focus. Um, like, I gotta admit, I'm a little fucked up from just all of it. It's just so much. Like, so sick and tired of being sick and tired of how fucked up shit is. But at the same time, I also know that I have that pull. I have that thing, after you tear shit down, I mean, that's what changing trauma is all about, right? You want to do it a different way. So after you tear the shit down that's not working, you gotta build it. And before you build it, you need to vision it. You need to know its purpose. You need to know what it's going to serve. You need to know who it's going to support. You need to know how it's going to fill you up with joy, that you're dedicating your fucking time and energy and breaths and life focus and heart focus in this project. Your big fucking dream. And that's what a dream's gotta be. It's gotta be a big fucking deal. And not like, oh my god, big fucking deal, like sarcasm. I mean, you gotta make it the biggest fucking deal there is in your life. And you do have to love it like crazy. You have to dig so fucking deep and feel yourself just expand out and burst with creativity and love and joy as you touch it and you see it and you feel it. But there's some practicality. So we're ready to move on. Do month journal. What do I share? Who am I? I'm just somebody who studied this shit from my own trauma. I'm someone who dug deep in it and tried to learn as much as I could because I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And right now, one of the things that is giving me great joy and really helping me put this in perspective is put this in the language of female transformation. And the ones that are the alchemists are the witches. We're the alchemists. We work with the elements to change things. But what happens when you've had trauma? Like, what's going on? Triggers. Triggers come up. Things that are covered up, and they will surface in a powerful and alarming way, and many times at the worst time. So our shadows are really our triggers. Our shadows is shit that comes up that we have experienced and we have stuffed down, and it's trying to lighten that load. It's trying to lighten the load of tension and panic and survival, but we keep pushing it down because we don't know what the fuck to do. We don't know what the fuck to do. And some do know what the fuck to do, and they pass it on. And that's all I'm doing, is I'm taking what I've learned and what has worked, and I'm fucking it, passing it on. And it's like, whatever you know that can change this shit. I shared this meme today. Fuck it up. The ancestors. Whatever we can do, not just to tear down, but rebuild. Whatever your vision is, let's fucking get it out there. And there's some practicalities to getting dreams out there. So first, it's looking at your shadows. What are you covering up? What are you distracting? And these are all just my notes for myself. So, self-help is thrown around a lot. And there's, it can range from, a lot of bathroom time to all kinds of weird suggestions with no real direction. So what it really is about is taking what is called self-help, self-love, and you're turning it into a self-craft. You're unwrapping your she magic. And I only talk from the perspective of a woman because I am a woman, and I want to dive into that energy. Every time I stay in my masculine, I feel like I'm ignoring this whole palette of colors and shades that are the feminine. And then I develop that dream, and I do whatever it is that I need to do, and I coordinate it to chakras of what's going to help open that up. Now, I mentioned I was going to share my cannabis craft. I don't have a lot to say on it, but it is she magic. Cannabis is a feminine plant. Today I have in the bowl lime juice. It's a sativa. In new moon alchemy, I use the full moon water that I've blessed in my pipe. I use several different herbs. I use an feminine herbal support combination that has roses and lavenders. It's soothing to the nervous system. I always give a little bit to the elements and the fairies, and thank them. And then I'm born on the Beltane. Like I've got a thing for fairies. Anyway, moon water jars. I gotta remind myself to put those out. But like full moon, like dark moon's that big blessing download. You take that time to be present with yourself in dark moon, and there's usually these amazing downloads and like where to go next. Like for myself, I'm living my dream. And those are my dogs. And it doesn't, for me, this is my dream. The freedom I have in my life, what I have in my environment, the people who I share my time with, this is my dream. Sharing my stories and my art is my dream. And I remember when I was so fucking afraid of that dream. I remember walking into a room where a friend of mine was, Alfonso de Rose, that I knew from my NLP training, was teaching a workshop called Faith. And it wasn't that I learned how to have faith in a higher power. I learned how to finally have faith in myself. I took a fucking chance and said, what if I didn't keep tearing myself down? What if I stopped? What if I stopped throwing shade on everything I did? And it led to here. So this is the big dream map. Then you chunk it down. You find out where you want to start. What's your starter level? Any video game, you have a starter level. And you have a next level. You look at what are the resources that you need. What are the tools that you already have available? What do you need to go get? So, I knew I want, like, you're riding the moon broom, right? That's what I call it, like doing my journal shadow work with moon cycles, is I call it riding the moon broom. And take that visualization and go crazy with it. But then you hit new moon, and new moon's about, putting that shit that was the big blessing download into a plan. Where do you want to take that big fucking dream? And you take inventory of where you're at and where you want to go and what are the steps and resources you need to do to get there. You make a fucking map. If you wake up every day and just beat yourself up, you didn't do anything for your dream, and you have no map, you don't know where you're going. Of course, your progress is going to be for shit. So you need a calendar. When do I want to move forward? Once you break that shit down, you figure out how much time you have to work on your dream. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. Because I'm telling you, with a traumatic brain injury, for the longest time, 15 minutes was a huge fucking goal, just to be able to make it that long without my head hurting, focusing on something. So you have to fine tune it to, nobody knows what the fuck's going on in your life, only you do. So you fine tune it to what you have time for. So your dream might move slow. I had a dream I would be doing this on stage after I wrote a book that became an international bestseller on Amazon with other women that want to change the world, want to help women change and heal. And I hit my head. And then I got hurt. I mean, shit happens. So yeah, my dreams move slower than I thought, and who knows what's going to happen or where it's going to go. And that's the magic. That's the blessing. That's the alchemy. When I started, this channel wasn't available. And even though I am, in some aspects, like, spend a lot more time home than I ever did in my life and need to, I have found a channel. All right, so what do I need? What are you lacking? A lot of times we focus on what we're lacking. Are we lacking the money? Are we lacking the support? Are we lacking the supplies? Are we lacking a team? Well, if you're going to do a really big dream, then you need to build those things up. So first you look at what you have, then you have your keep list. And then you look at what you don't need to make room for what you got to bring in. and you pass that shit on. You streamline, you get zen with your shit. Look at what is the purpose of why something lives in your space. So, living in an RV in a small space, yeah, you gotta go all like Marie Kondo on that shit. Like, does this spark my joy? So how am I getting there? All right, how are you getting there? Are you gonna start online? What is this big fucking dream, right? It could be started with something as small as a meme. It could be started with something small as a Facebook group. Where do you want it to go? Is it a nonprofit? Load it up on a website. Start talking about it. How do you want to show up and change the world? Is it aligned? Your purpose, is it aligned with your big fucking dream map and inventory? So then, to find out if it's aligned, you gotta see if this shit's aligned with your values. Who do you want to support with your big fucking dream? As well as, how does it support yourself? Like, these are just, this is foundation. And New Quarter Alchemy is a great time to take action and start getting into the nitty gritties of what needs to happen for you to take your breath, your energy, your life focus, and align it and connect it with something that's really fucking important to you. So come full moon, that's where you get to power up your dream. This is what's nice about following the moon cycles. This is where you dig into the patience and the trust and the faith in yourself. You look at where your dream's making you uncomfortable. Where have you been trying to escape? And you release the shadows that are telling you whether you're not enough or too much, or whatever that is for you. It's your shit. Only you know what it is. And you take back your time. You empower yourself. You take back your time. You affirm what you're doing. You give it your attention. You give it your love. You fucking hug that dream every day. You pour your intention and your heart's desire, and you sprinkle glitter and everything on it. And you dig into that purpose. And you'll see your life fucking change. And you get yourself a spiral notebook. And you keep track of it. And you look at your values. Write down what are your top values. And then number them how you're living them in your life. If you're saying health is number one, but you keep putting more time into sharing yourself and your energy instead of pouring your energy back into yourself to recharge, then you need to move that value up. What's awesome in your life? What do you want to keep? What's your fuck yes? Then what's fucking you up? How are you fucking yourself up? What are your shadow slides? And you make a plan. You plan it, you prep it, you pour your passion, your purpose, your power, you party with it, and then you have fucking peace with it. You love on it. That's spreading your wings. That's getting into your heart power. You make a list every day of shit you gotta get done. You make a big dream plan. Make it simple. What's your formula? What's your focus? How are you going to show up every day? Where are you going to start? What's your next step? Why are you doing it? And you just do it. Action is the way out of our shit. Out of the pain. Stay stuck in the pain, you tear shit down, you'll start tearing yourself down. So we need to move it. And when we move that pain into our vision, our heart's desire, our heart power, shit shifts in the most amazing fucking ways. And that's magic. Peace out.